Hey everyone, Jamie Phillips, Action Auto Parts. Well, today was a decent day at the junkyard. We had a pretty good amount of rain last night. Thunderstorms and stuff kind of kept me up, but had a couple guys coming from Virginia or West Virginia, one of the Virginias, but I think it's Virginia. Anyway, to get a transmission to go to Tennessee to help a family member get their truck fixed. And bless their hearts, they came all that way, and it ended up being not exactly what they needed. So anyway, they left. I wished them luck. They even offered to pay me. And it's like, no, you don't owe me nothing. And then I sold a steering column and headlight switch out of the 03 Ram and a engine wiring harness off of a 98 Dodge truck. And so done a few things today, but I wanted to, got back home. I wanted to come down here to this little old van. It's kind of like sitting down here in the yard, where that needs to go to the junkyard, that needs to go to the junkyard, and then a few more. And so I had this sitting down here, and it's actually being used for storage right now. I've got a bunch of big plastic car dealership letters stored in it. But the thing about this old van, yes, it's rough. We'll go on and get that out of the way so I don't, nobody won't have to remind me. But it's a 63, and I am hoping that that's what's happened, and I'm okay. There's Corvair 95. I thought it had the emblem on both sides. Maybe it didn't. But anyway, where I moved it around, I kind of torqued that up a little bit. But what I was wanting to talk about the old van is it was used for storage for many years. Guy kept lawnmower parts in it. And so it's got a pretty solid steering wheel. The instrument cluster's pulled around a little bit, and it's got this seat, and I think it lays down. You can see a lot of all those dealership letters and stuff in there. But this old van, yes, it is rough, but I didn't want to see it get crushed, and that was what was going to happen. And so anyway, I bought it. We bring it home, hauled it about, I don't know, from here maybe 37, 8 mile or whatever. But I like it. I like those old style vans and the trucks. It was like this. It was Corvair. But, the engine goes in the back. I was never, ever going to try to do anything with it other than maybe sell a few parts off of it if someone needed, like the tail lights or the steering wheel or some stuff like that, and just use it for storage. But a gentleman that I've known the majority of my life, went to school with a couple of his kids. He stops me the other day down at the dollar store, and he says, "Hey, didn't you get this Corvair truck off of so-and-so?" And I was like, "No, man, I don't have a Corvair truck. I got a Corvair van." And that's what he meant. We got to talk. I said, "Oh, yeah." So long story, try to make it a little bit shorter. The person that I got it from was kin to his wife. So he says, I got an engine for a Corvair, had been totally gone through, rebuilt, and this guy had made an airplane and was going to use this engine in his airplane. Well, something about some of the Corvair engines will work, but this one wouldn't, or something. And Jim knows, he's been a mechanic and drag races, so whatever, that particular engine wouldn't work. So he says, but when I got it from this guy here, this same family, they said they had it rebuilt, but it wouldn't start. And so he looked into it, and evidently when they put it together, and I don't understand Corvair engines, they didn't rotate it when they put their push rods in or something. So a couple of them was just like laying there loose. So he said, that thing's sitting up in my garage. You can have it if you come and get it. So I'm going to try to go and get it. I got to clean out a spot for it. So then that got me to thinking, what if, just what if all the rusted spots down low, and the floor and stuff's good in this old van, it really is, but you kind of patched up the bad stuff, so to speak, and stuck that engine in it and just kind of ran it with the patina that's on it, or blend some of it back in. I actually, when I got it, I took Scotch-Brite pads and washed on the roof just to see how much of this stuff would come off of it. But, I guess the engines are somewhat maybe not that hard to put in. I don't know. There again, I've never done one, but it just had me thinking, how cool would it kind of be? Have a good engine, you know, the transmission in it, get it kind of tightened up a little bit, try to fix what I tore up, and just kind of fix the inside up. I don't know. Either that or I guess go out and find another Corvair project that's in a little bit better shape. But there it is in all of its glory. A 1963, I think it is, Chevrolet Corvair van. So, but I'll update you if I get to go get the motor. For those that's been asking, I have not been able to go check out the Fox bodies. We were waiting on the weather to get better because they're up on a hill. It had kind of gotten to that point until last night. So I know how muddy it is here and I know where they're at. So I'm just gonna have to play it by ear. I can't afford to put a lot into trying to get them moved and off the hill. So it's one of those things, if they sell them, they sell them. Then somebody else has got to mess with it. But if they don't, and I can get my schedule to work with their schedule, which has been kind of hard, and the weather cooperating, then we'll go from there. So all of that being said, I'm going to walk back up this way. And yeah, I was going to put 2 tires and wheels in front of this truck and get it out to the farm. But then I ended up selling the rear end. So that's not going to be as easy to, I mean, we can load it, but I'm just saying it'd have been a lot easier. But, you know, guy needed the rear end. There it was. No peanut. I've done another video on it, but I may do one here before, maybe before too long. But that's a pretty good old truck. Tweaked the bumper out. I got a better grill laying in it and all of that. So I want to walk back up this way and get my stuff out of Black Daddy and go in the house for a little bit, get Axel and bring him out. I think the wife, she's done been to the gym. She's been at Walmart getting the groceries. And she's wanting, whenever she gets home, let's go out and get something to eat tonight. And I told her, sweetly. So I'm going to get Mr. Axel Foley Phillips taken care of. I hope you've had a blessed day. I hope it's been a good one. Please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Please subscribe. And I'd like to ask you to do that for me if you would consider it. There's the little Jimmy that we just got the other day. And of course, there's Black Betty, and then there's the wife's Corvette on the porch. I'm going to get everything, go in the house, walk Axel, and relax for a minute. Y'all have a great one. Like I said, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.